January 8, 2018, there was a river near a place called Ernakulam in Kerala. Near the river, there was a drum that had been lying there for many days. No one paid attention to the drum because it wasn't causing any problems. However, suddenly the drum started emitting a very foul smell for a few days. People began to feel very irritated by the smell, so they tried to approach the drum. As they got closer, they noticed the smell of a decomposed corpse coming from the drum. People then filed a complaint at the police station. The police arrived and took the drum to a clean area. When the police officers opened the drum, they found concrete inside. Upon breaking the concrete, they discovered a human bone. The police were unable to identify the bone because it was so badly decomposed that it was impossible to recognize the person. How did the police eventually identify this person? Who was this person? Whose murder was it? And who did it? How was it done? Police broke open the drum and found human bones inside. Besides the bones, they also found human hair about 50 centimeters long. The hair was very long and was accompanied by a silver chain and some Indian coins. Among the currencies, there were 3 old 500 notes and 1,000 note from before demonetization. What is surprising is that the 500 Indian coins notes were old, indicating that the body dates back to 2016. Hence, the police collected the bones and sent them to Kalam Mesri Medical College and Hospital for post-mortem. This institution is both a medical college and a hospital. A few days later, the post-mortem report came in, revealing that the body was that of a woman aged 50 to 60 years. The report also indicated that the woman had undergone ankle surgery, as a screw and washer were attached to the ankle, and this was the only evidence police had. The police were very upset as there was no hard evidence to identify the body. Win $750 with Cash App. Only USA people sign up now for your chance to grab $750. It's easy. First, enter your Cash App username. Second step, create your account, and you're in. I don't wait. Sign up and take your shot today. Click the link in first comment and description box to enter. However, on January 12, 2018, the police received a call from the post-mortem team. The post-mortem team informed the police that the body underwent ankle surgery, during which a screw and washer were inserted. They noted that there was writing on the screw, which was very small, and they needed a high-resolution camera to read it. Police managed to collect a high-resolution camera and took it to the hospital. After zooming in on the screw, they discovered it belonged to a company called Pitak. Pitak was a Pune-based company that manufactured surgical instruments and had several branches, including one in Ernakulam, Kerala. Police went to Pitak branch in Ernakulam to investigate. They asked the shopkeeper if anyone had bought screws and washers for ankle surgery from their shop. The shopkeeper mentions that they deliver many screws and washers every day. He offers to check his register to see if the police can give the date or time. The police then recalled that along with the body, among the items found with the body were some Indian currency, including 3 pre-demonetization 500 notes. This led police to believe the body dated back to November 2016. The police asked the shopkeeper to provide details of those who bought the screws and washers before November 2016. After checking his register, the shopkeeper found that 161 screws and washers had been sold. During that period, 155 of these were sent to Maharashtra and Gujarat, and the remaining 6 were sold locally in Ernakulam. The shopkeeper gave the details of these local buyers to the police. The police began tracking down these 6 people. 5 of them were found easily, but the 6th person, named SHAKUNTALA Devi, was nowhere to be found. The police suspected that the dead body might belong to SHAKUNTALA Devi. They visited the hospital where SHAKUNTALA Devi had her surgery to gather more information, but found nothing useful about her. However, when they checked the visitor's book, they found that a girl named Ashwath Damodaran used to visit SHAKUNTALA Devi. Fortunately, Ashwath's address and details were recorded in the register. The police went to the address and found Ashwath Damodaran. When asked if she knew SHAKUNTALA Devi, she replied that SHAKUNTALA Devi was her mother. The police then asked where her mother was, and Ashwath revealed that her mother had been missing since September 2016. This confirmed to the police that the dead body was likely that of SHAKUNTALA Devi. When the police asked Ashwath why she didn't file a missing report for her mother, she replied that she didn't do it. This made the police suspicious of Ashwath, leading to a deep investigation. The story that emerged was that Ashwath was in love with a boy named Sudi, but Shakuntala Devi did not approve of their relationship. As a result, Ashwath eloped with Sudi and got married. They had 2 children over a few years, but in 2016, Ashwath and Sudi got divorced. During that time, Ashwath moved back in with her mother. Around the same time, Shakuntala Devi had an accident that severely damaged her ankle bone, necessitating surgery to fit a screw and washer. She was prescribed 6 months of bed rest for recovery. During this period, Ashwath fell in love with a man named Sajith. Ashwath and Sajith stayed at Shakuntala Devi's house. However, after some time, Shakuntala Devi contracted chickenpox. Ashwath was worried that the infection might spread to her children, so she, her husband, and their children moved to another house to stay for a few days. After a few days, they returned home, but found Shakuntala Devi missing. When Ashwath asked Sajith about her mother's whereabouts, he told her that Shakuntala Devi had gone to Delhi to visit friends. Ashwath believed her husband and stopped worrying. However, Shakuntala Devi never returned home after that. The police suspected that Sajith might be involved in the case. The police asked Ashwath where Sajith was, and she said that 2 days after her mother went missing, her husband also died of a heart attack. The police then checked the hospital where Sajith had been admitted and confirmed that he had indeed died of a heart attack. The police were frustrated as they couldn't make sense of the case and didn't know when it would be closed. Every time they thought they were close to solving it, a new twist would appear. The police then started questioning Sajith's neighbors and discovered that before marrying Ashwath, Sajith was already married to a woman named Sarira. Neither Ashwath nor Sarira knew about each other. Sajith had been deceiving both women. The police then went to Sarira's house to question her. Sarira didn't have any answers but told the police that Sajith's friends might know more. Sarira gave the police the names of some of Sajith's friends. The police first questioned an auto driver who was one of Sajith's friends. The auto driver revealed that on September 24, 2016, Sajith had asked him for a blue drum to store water. The police remembered that the drum they had found was also blue, and they started seeing connections. The police then questioned 3 more of Sajith's friends. They learned that Sajith was involved in an illegal business where he wanted to make radium from dead animals. He had collected dead animals in his house and had packed them in a drum. These 3 friends had helped him dispose of the drum near a river in Ernakulam. The information matched the blue drum the police had found earlier. The police didn't trust the statements of these 3 friends, so they asked if they had any proof to substantiate their claims. The friends said that on that day, they had withdrawn money from an ATM in the same area. They suggested checking Sajith's account for the transaction. The police went to the bank to get the details and checked the transactions, confirming that Sajith had indeed made a transaction that day. This convinced the police that Sajith was the murderer. However, they lacked concrete evidence, and Sajith was no longer alive. The police formulated a theory. Shakuntala Devi had discovered that Sajith was already married and intended to inform her daughter Ashwath. Sajith, not wanting this secret to come out, murdered his mother-in-law, Shakuntala Devi. After committing the murder, Sajith was overwhelmed with guilt and consumed a chemical like cyanide, which led to his death. Cyanide poisoning typically results in a heart attack, explaining Sajith's cause of death. This theory, created by the police, remained unproven, and the case remains unsolved to this day. This case remains an unsolved mystery. If you like this video, please make sure to like it and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to comment. I eagerly wait for your comments just like I do for messages from my girlfriend and reply immediately. Until then, take care of yourself and your family. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.